What's up, everybody? So, I found something in the game which is pretty damn awesome. I found a new companion in the game, but I'm going to tell you right now, spoilers are ahead, but also spoilers in the sense that if you haven't beaten the main campaign yet, I tell you to turn back and then come back to this video later because I think you'll get a lot more by doing that versus just trying to see this and do it. But I gave my warning out there. So whatever you want to do it at this point moving forward. But now I want to introduce y'all to my newest companion. It's me.
Okay, that didn't make any sense.
That's right. I am my own companion in the game. You're going to be wondering, wait, what is going on? How did you get yourself as a companion? Now, if you've beat the game, you understand that what ends up happening is you travel through the fabrics of space and time, and you go through this entity that essentially puts you into a new galaxy. This is Starfield's version of the multiverse. So once you understand that, now what's always a thing with a multiverse? That anything could happen. Essentially, what has happened in the game is I started playing the game, and then I got the ending. I go through, and then I just take it to the end, right? I want to see what a new game plus offers. Didn't really offer much, if I'm being honest, right? And again, I'm sticking to the main storyline. So I take that to the end, and then I do it one more time out of curiosity, and then what ends up happening is I get a whole different ending. But the crazy part about this was when I did this ending, it's funny because I got bamboozled. I was doing this on stream. I got bamboozled because when I go into my settings screen, I notice that I cannot save or I cannot get into my inventory. So I thought that was strange, but I wanted to continue, so I kept moving on. Then I eventually got to the lodge. When I opened the door, I see a hunter there waiting for me. I'm telling you right now, my mind was blown because I'm like, whoa, what? I saw that there was a variant. There was a different version of the game as soon as you go through that extra time. But what ended up happening is, so I do it, and then I think to myself, I'm like, oh man, this must be their way of trying to do almost like a Dark Soul, Demon Soul, really hard run where you can't save and you have to try to do everything in one run. Listen, this is what my mind was trying to do, right? That you're only using your powers. Well, I didn't get that far and I died. So I eventually did die in that. But then I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll start again because it starts you from your last save before you get into the Unity. So I go into the Unity and I'm thinking I'm gonna do this whole thing again, and it doesn't happen. Like it doesn't happen. Like I go through the Unity, and I'm met with the same beginning as when I did New Game Plus. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, what is going on? Todd Howard, stop playing games with me. All right? Stop this. I start messing around, but I'm like, something is wrong here. So I reload the save and I try it again. Didn't work, so I took it all the way to the end just to give it that one shot. So I'm a new game plus at this point. Nothing happens. And I'm thinking to myself, no, how did this happen? But I can't reinvigorate it. I can't re-trigger it. At this point, I say, let me just save scum, be right at the very end, right when you go through the Unity. Let me try reloading a few times and see what happens. And it happened, right? But not only did a different version happen, but it was different than the one I had seen with the hunter waiting for me. And at this point, I'm like, no way. There's actually different versions baked into this new game plus. As soon as you walk into the lodge, you're gonna see and find something different. So this changed everything for me. I'm like, oh, wait a second. So they really set this up where, you know, as you do the new game plus and as you travel around, you have this chance to end up in this different version. They're playing with the variants, right? This is, my mind is blown at this point, right? My mind is blown that this is happening. At this point, I'm really curious. So when it happened to me again, the same situation happened where I couldn't save or enter my inventory. So it was like a flag in my mind that, wait a second, so anytime I restart the game and that happens, that's an indication that you're gonna have a different variant. But it didn't sit right with me. So let me tell you, I'm playing this on PC. Okay, I'm doing this on PC Master Race because I need more than 30 frames per second. I'm sorry, Xbox folk, I can't do that, okay? I need more frames, and I need my keyboard and mouse for first person shooter type games. Listen, don't blame me. Get mad at top. But I'm doing this on PC, and I'm noticing that that was the trend. So at this point, I think to myself, no, there's something going on here, because I caught another variant of that entry. So mind you, I'm on like 3 different versions of this variant. And one of them, I'm not like, I'm keeping some of this in wraps so you guys can see the mystery yourselves, because part of the fun is like experiencing it yourself. But I'm giving you that kind of entryway. I keep doing this and I eventually get to a variation where there's an item that's left behind by one of the characters in there. Because again, I'm not trying to give too much details because I want you guys to experience it yourself. But I notice it's in the inventory. And then the inventory bug only happens when this happens. But it's a thing that's left behind, like a note. So I said, wait, hold on, this can't be right. Like, what I'm thinking already doesn't make sense. Even though it happened the 3 times that I'm doing it and I find a different variant. But at this point, I said, it's time to bust out the Xbox, download the game, and then see if it happens as there as well, too. So I start going through different cycles, and eventually I find like one of the older cycles I did, but it let me save and enter my inventory. Oh man, Bugfesta, I swear. At this point, I'm really shocked and I'm like, this is freaking fantastic. I gotta find at least one more variant. There has to be more, right? There has to be more out there. I don't know how many there are, but I've got a few confirmed ones already that I've seen the difference. And then I enter the room and I'm about to restart the whole kind of sequence over, because I know when I enter that room and I see that it's the same kind of layout, I'm out. There's no point for me to be there. And I almost did it this one time. But then I'm like, wait a second. Sarah's back there. What the hell's going on? Right? It's still all the same people in the room, but Sarah's back there. So I said, okay, let me just walk in. And this is when I find out what is going on with this sequence. And I'm in the room.
Wait. No way.
So this sequence takes place in the timeline where it's the very beginning of the game, but then you catch kind of this version of yourself right before they're about to embark on that journey, and then you make him a companion instead. There you guys have it. That's how you get you as a companion in the game. It's actually a variant of one of the starts that you can possibly find while you are going through a new game plus cycle. And listen, I don't know how this ends because all these other ones that I've been doing, I kind of get the beginning and I kind of refresh it. But the fact that I'm my own companion, I have to see where this goes. So I'm gonna be streaming this to find out exactly how this goes through. You know, I haven't heard anyone talk about this yet. So if you guys are curious where it is I stream directly, you'll find it right over here and in the notes in the bottom. And if you want to come see that journey, you know, come on through, because I don't know what kind of surprises we're gonna find, but now I want to take this one to the end and try to see what's the end of this companion's timeline. There you guys have it. I hope that was somewhat entertaining to find out how I got to this point, but hopefully you guys could get into a lot of different variants. Like, I don't know how many there are in this game, which makes it so much more exciting going through this. So use the comments below this to put some of the variants that you guys have found. Again, I'm keeping it under wraps because I want y'all to kind of figure it out, even though I did give you the details of this particular one, but some of those other ones were really cool as well too. So again, my name is Link, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and, you know, possibly follow, you know, different content. That's what I do. And follow me on Twitter, on X. All right, y'all, we're out.